Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to this very important video. Okay, I'm gonna say it 2 times and 2 times only. Okay, seize the disease to please. Okay, I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. Seize the disease to please. Okay, now what is people pleasing? Now people pleasing is molding yourself into something or someone you're not in order to appease other people, or doing favors and gifts to friends and family members that you do not want to do because you're afraid that you're not going to be liked or that you're going to be shunned. Now people pleasing is a learned behavior. Okay, it's a behavior that we learn in early childhood and infancy, usually as children of trauma survivors, that, you know, if you had parents that made you feel already from a young age that, you know, something is inherently wrong with who you are, you know, you learn very early on that molding yourself and pretending to be someone you're not is gonna keep you out of trouble. You know, perhaps being extremely quiet, for example, kept your parents from yelling at you, or even being physically violent. Perhaps complimenting your parents, you know, the moment your mom got home. I know that as a child I had this auntie who was very violent. I think I told this in a video before. She was physically abusive because she was 30 and she didn't have any kids and she didn't have a husband, and she was bitter about that. So what she would do is hate on, you know, her sister's kids. And my mom, you know, who is her sister, you know, had kids, my sister and I, and what she would do is she would be very physically abusive, you know, to us. So I know that I got into the habit of, you know, when she would come to visit us, because I was so, you know, fearful that she would hit me, I would compliment her, you know, I would compliment her about her hair, her outfit, whatever. And it was not always sincere, but it's the only way that I found, you know, to be able to, you know, not have to deal with her being physically abusive towards me, right? So as soon as she got in, I would say, oh, auntie, I love your hair today. Oh, I love your outfit today. Which, like I said, sometimes it was true. It wasn't always true, but it would get her, not always, but sometimes, or most of the time, you know, it would get her to smile, and it would get her to not, you know, be aggressive towards me, right? What I want you to know is that if you are a trauma survivor, which I myself am, you know, a lot of the behaviors and the coping skills and the coping mechanism that we had in childhood, you know, that we learned in childhood, and that were very necessary to our survivals, you know, are not necessarily going to serve us as adults. So it's going to be important to thank those behavior, you know, thank the little girl inside of you, but then move on, you know, try as much as humanly possible to divest from those behavior. Now I want to give some silver lining here and say that, you know, as human beings we are bound to have people-pleasing moments. If you watch Love is Blind, okay, I think Shayna told this dude, I forgot his name, that she married him out of a people-pleasing moment, and that was hilarious, because as human beings, really, we are bound to have people-pleasing moments. You know, I like to refer as myself, you know, to myself, by the way, or of myself rather, sorry, that's the word I was looking for, as recovering people pleaser, because at the end of the day, these are not, you know, behaviors that you ever really come back from, but, you know, you can work towards. If it was like, if you were people pleasing 90% of the time, you can work towards people pleasing like 30% of the time, which is already a tremendous, you know, avancée, if I can say it like that, right? Now, how to stop people pleasing? I'd say stopping people pleasing for me came from understanding that at the end of the day, no matter what you do, people pleasing doesn't work. Okay, you cannot get people to like you. No matter what you do, people who do not like you, as a matter of fact, I think a study have proven that when you enter a room, 30 or 35% of the people do not like you. Bear in mind, these people do not know you. They just seen you for the very first time in their life, and they do not like you. And nothing you can do will change that, okay? If you experience that, you know, friends are nicer to you because you give them gifts and do them favor, understand that that is not love, that these people are putting up with you for whatever it is they're getting, but they do not like you, okay? People pleasing doesn't work. As a matter of fact, you know, I know that, you know, the times that I've tried the hardest to be like, where I have organized whole surprises and trips for people, they still, you know, were not happy with that, because at the end of the day, their problems were not with me, it was with themselves. Okay, if you are desperate to please anyone, then please yourself. Okay, like, get to know you and do what you like. That is the, you know, at least you're gonna be 100% sure that that people pleasing is gonna work, because you know you, or at least you should, and that is going to work. So people pleasing doesn't work, because you cannot buy people love. You know, love is love. Genuine love and genuine friendship are free. That is not stuff that you can purchase. People who do not like you will not like you no matter what you do, because it, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. You know, sometimes people do not like you because you remind them of someone they do not like, because you wear the same perfume of that person, or hairstyle, or, do you see where I'm going with this? The possibilities are endless, right? The reason why someone do not like you, we take rejection very personal, because rejection certainly does feel personal. But at the end of the day, understand that rejection, even though it feels extremely personal, it's not. It really isn't. Another way that you can stop people pleasing is by taking your time before you answer. Okay, next time someone asks you something, do not jump into, oh yeah, sure, of course I can do that. No. Take your time. Okay, just breathe, take your time, ask yourself in your mind, you know, what is this person asking of me right now? Do I want to do it? Can I do it? And take your time, and then say, I'll think about it, or say no. You know, give yourself time. Do not immediately, you know, I know that, you know, as a fast talker, people complain about this in my videos all the time. I talk very fast, and you know, when people ask me a question, you know, my first instinct is like to answer very fast. But I had to learn, you know, at least in conversation with people, when they ask me something, I had to learn to take my time, think about it, and tell them either I'll think about it, or just say no, or even say yes. Okay, at the end of the day, like I said, this video is not about saying you can never do favors to friends and family members. It's about saying that you should not be doing favors and giving gifts to friends and family members just because, you know, you want them to like you, or agree to stuff that you don't want to do, or that you don't believe in, just because you want to be agreeable. You know, I think that people pleasing also apply to conversations. Sometimes when talking with people, they give this opinion, and you may not, you know, necessarily agree with that. But I see many people, and I myself have been guilty of that, you know, agreeing, going along to go along, say yeah, sure, that's true, even though, you know, they do not agree with whatever it is the person is saying, just because they want to be agreeable. They are too afraid to shake the table. They are afraid that if they say, actually, I do not think that, I think XYZ, or you are wrong, it has been factually proven, you know, that XYZ is actually true, and you can Google it. They are too afraid to shake the table, and too afraid that if they say that, they may actually offend the person, and that the person is not going to like them anymore, not going to want to hang out with them anymore, not going to be their friends anymore. And you know what, I'm not going to sit even here and lie in front to you and pretend as if that could never happen. Legit, there are people in this life that, you know, if you do say no to them or disagree with them, they are not, you know, there are going to be repercussions to that. They are not going to like you anymore, or perhaps, let's say, they were calling you every day, now they are not going to call you as much as they used to, or they will do stuff where you will feel like, you are doing this because I said XYZ yesterday, or I did XYZ yesterday. I say forget about them. Okay, users at the end of the day are always going to find someone to use. I say this all the time. I say this in my how to say no videos. Do not feel bad about saying no to users or sending them to hell, because at the end of the day, they are going to find someone else to use. Believe me, you're not the only person they're draining. You're not the only option. Okay, if your friend, I'm going to say quote unquote friend, because that's not a friend, is mad because sorry, you do not share their opinion, or because you do not want to do them a favor, lend them money or whatever, then let me tell you something, okay? And I want you to listen carefully. They were never a friend to begin with, okay? They were a user. They were trying to use you. They were trying to abuse you. They were around you because what they could get out of you and from you, and not because, you know, they legit like you and love you and enjoy your company. And in that case, they are not a loss. Okay, now I'm gonna end this video here, you guys, because at this point I'm just rambling. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, do not forget to like, okay, and comment. Okay, let me know in the comment section down below, what is your most embarrassing, okay, in the words of Nella Rose, moment, okay, your most embarrassing people pleasing moment. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, I upload videos every day, interesting videos, funny videos, entertaining videos, videos like this one where someone could get some value from. Hopefully you did, or someday someone somewhere will, hopefully. Okay, bye guys.